So this happened.
You didn't lip sync the show after all, but you used backing tracks. I'm like, yeah, I did use backing tracks. In fact, a lot of bands use it. I'm going to talk about that in a minute.
How can you be bad at everything? We see how nervous you are, but I don't even need to tell you that. You already know. It's written all over your face. Your anxiety, it's bleeding through the screen, so visibly uneasy. The paranoia seeping through in your delivery? Yeah. See, I'm not just some random viewer. I study kinesics. To put it in layman's terms for you, it's a form of advanced behavioral analysis. This isn't just some hobby for me. It's my expertise. And as I watch you, I see how your body language betrays you. The twitching, the erratic eye movements, and I see it in your force to smile. I see it in the hurried explanations, especially when addressing the backing track controversy. How ironic, huh? Battling your own nerves while trying to save face. It's clear you're feeling the heat, desperately grasping for control, but failing to hide the fear beneath the surface. How you change the pace while speaking, increasing radically throughout the video. It's very reminiscent of President Nixon during Watergate, and also welcoming investigation and examination just like he did. It's extraneous information. You have quite an amount of red flags. These changes of behavior are so crystal clear. Key things that I see. Anyone can go back to your videos, find your baseline, and immediately notice these non-linguistic verbal indicators of deception. Key things I see: perception management, verbal and non-verbal, linguistic and non-linguistic cues, and this determines if and when a person is lying. No matter how much you deny things emphatically, your deception is right there, right in front of us. You're trying to manage the perceptions of the public. And it may work for the average Joe, but it doesn't work for the intellectual community. By saying, yes, I use backing tracks, everyone does. It's called lying by omission. You're playing word salad and using half-truths. You're using those specific phrases because you want people to have a very strict interpretation of what's happening. In reality, you're saying, no, I don't lip sync, but I'm close. See, there's little bits and nuggets of truth that are hidden in lies. That was a nice try. I mean, I'll give you some points, but that guilty behavior shines through like a diamond. That's misdirection and deception 101. Carefully clad in a very specific language that appears to be denial when it's not denial at all. See, when you set up facts, you simply have to state them. When you're telling a lie, you have to convince the people that what you're about to say is the truth, and you failed miserably at that. Just like Bill Clinton during the Whitewater investigation, you think you can control the narrative, but all I see is desperation, masked by bravado. Keep playing your game, but I see through this facade. Everybody else sees through the facade too, and you can't escape that. Let's not forget real talent doesn't need to fabricate confidence. When you erase comments instead of engaging, it shows weakness. It doesn't show strength. The clock is ticking. You can keep pretending, but the audience is a lot smarter than you think, or how you perceive them. Your act is transparent. Your time is running out. You can silence the comments, but you can't silence the truth. It hangs in the air like a fog you can't escape. Every moment you evade reality, it only tightens the noose of your own making. Again, I study the art of ABA. It's a scientific method, and we all know how much you hate that since you throw away the scientific method of vocal training. I can't even imagine how many voices could be ruined. It's frightening. Your tone shifts between defensive and performative. You're trying really hard to convince the audience, and it's through gaslighting and deflection. It's narcissistic, megalomaniac type of personality disorder. And admitting to using backing tracks while offering a weak single belted note as your proof at the end? What, of like vocal prowess through a note? Are you kidding? Come on now. Irony. And yet you're still busy erasing the comments that don't fit your narrative. Come on now. It's blatant manipulation. Real talent doesn't hide behind backing tracks or censorship and then trying to say like Whitney Houston used backing tracks. Oh really? Right before she died, she did a famous show in Kazakhstan because Clive wanted more money out of her For any Whitney fans that have no idea what I'm talking about, you have found yourself on my page somehow. Awesome. I thank you for watching. Just prepare yourselves. This is extremely going to be emotionally pulling on your heartstrings. Every single time I watch it, I bawl my eyes out like a little girl. You know, Whitney is the voice for a reason. And unlike others, she has integrity. And no matter what, she's going to sing. Because she never believed in that crap. She was not anybody who did lip syncing or backing tracks. She didn't need to. She didn't have to. Brace yourselves.
But I know I'll think of you and you and you and you and you and you every step of the way.
So I put that down first as a reason. It's her singing. Nobody else but her is singing. There is no backing track but her.
Little sweet memories.
See that little nod right there that she did at the end? That's like, all right, you got this. You know, one giving one self-assurance, self-soothing, you know? Like, it's all right. Hey, it's fine. We got this. Again, heartbreaking.
We'll always love you.
So yeah, sadly, I think my point is very made. Like, what Whitney backing track was that? Which one?
And I wish you joy and happiness. But above all this,
Voice, just like any other muscle, is going to hold that muscle memory. But that's because she's classically trained, she has talent, and she knows how to use it. No way, shape, or form that you can cut it. That talent is going to seep through, period. Something else that kind of grinds my gears is you're out here telling people that anyone can sing. No, that's false. Sorry. Anybody can learn the method. Anybody can learn technique to sound better. Nobody is gonna go from having zero talent to becoming the lead on Broadway. That's a fantasy. Somebody who's tone deaf. Then they take your course, which is $750. And it's not even in person, even though it's a one-on-one. You're selling a lie. That's fraud. That's federal fraud, actually. Am I saying you did that? Absolutely not. I just think it's good to brush up on the law every now and then. Who am I? I'm nobody. I don't work for a website, and I'm not making a cent off this. I'm just a whisper, but I'm a whisper that you won't be able to silence.